Welcome to Thursday, August 8th, 2024. This Day Weather Podcast brought to you by ConverseCountyTourism.com. Beautiful landscapes, historic sites, and unique downtowns await visitors to Douglas and Glen Rock, Wyoming. Plan your visit at ConverseCountyTourism.com. Where's your coat? Where's your hoodie? Where's your sweatshirt? A lot of you are going to want to wonder where it is, as it will only be in the 50s and 60s in many areas of this region today and tomorrow. Upslope winds, a lot of low clouds, and occasional light rain and shower activity will be found along and east of the Continental Divide today. From southern Canada through Montana and the Dakotas, down into the eastern plains of Colorado, western Kansas, even into the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle region areas. Now, in the cool air mass, it will be mostly rain showers. There will be some thunderstorms, but where the warmer air is going to be, which will be over the mountains and west of the divide, is where the thunderstorm activity will be the most prevalent. You'll see the amount and the coverage of thunderstorms on the plains drop and become more of rain showers because it'll be too cool for thunderstorms to really get going. But where there's a little more heat and lift along and west of the divide, thunderstorms will be most active there today and tomorrow. But as it gets a little warmer, it'll still be cooler than average. But as it gets a little warmer this weekend, you'll see the thunderstorm coverage get east of the mountains again, west of the mountains and over the mountains. So it'll be an active weekend of afternoon and evening thunderstorm activity no matter where you go. Clouds building up yesterday in advance of that cold front, as you can see there in Lingle. And then another time lapse as we saw the thunderstorms really start to build and get going across the region yesterday. Severe weather. We, as you'll see here in a moment, had reports of hail with some of these showers and thunderstorms. Some flash flood warnings as the deep subtropical moisture really fueled these thunderstorms, and they really did produce a lot of very heavy rain. As you can see, some heavy rain coming out of that thunderstorm as it built on up. Yep, there's some hail. This from a late night thunderstorm that rolled right through Laramie. The Laramie Regional Airport picked up over a half-inch of rain. Now, that's a combination of a lot of little hailstones. Thankfully, they weren't very big. But the moisture, the cool air, all of that's coming together. The image that I want you to look at here is a satellite image. See the blue? This shows you low stratus clouds. And notice how they're going right up the Continental Divide and then east of the divide. So that kind of shows you where the cool air is going and where the upslope is forming, where you see those blue clouds. And notice that as of very early this morning, the cold front was approaching the I-70 corridor area in Colorado, an area of thunderstorms, overnight thunderstorms there, and the overnight thunderstorms that developed in that region there. In the water vapor, you can see the thunderstorm complex over Kansas, but you can just see how much we have in the way of subtropical moisture coming up and over the region, and it's not going to move out anytime soon. So we have what we need to make some weather. Subtropical moisture, a front, along and west of the divide, some daytime heating. Good swath of rain in parts of eastern Wyoming and areas of western Nebraska last night. The Scotts Bluff Airport picked up over 1.3 inches of rain. A lot of these darker green areas, it was over an inch of rain. Haven't really seen that much this summer, as we know, in the areas like that. Also some significant rain right here with some of the showers and storms. And here's the trail of that overnight thunderstorm that went right through Laramie last night, starting in western parts of Albany County and headed southeast. When we take a look at the pattern, as we've been showing you over the last couple of days, the green arrows represent the subtropical moisture. The blue areas represent the cold air coming along down and east of the Continental Divide. And temperatures this morning, look at this, in the lower to mid 40s. Look at this up in southern Canada, 36 degrees. Come on. Wow. Much cooler air coming on in. And you can see if you look at the wind barbs, winds are coming in from a northerly direction. Then as they hit the front range, we've got an easterly flow right here. West of the divide, you can see skies are clear. Certainly temperatures are much warmer. There is the temperature anomaly by 6 p.m. today. So we have temperatures more than 20 degrees below average across east central areas of Wyoming, but look at all the blue and green elsewhere. This is what the temperature anomaly will be like today. This is what it'll be like tomorrow as the cold air surges further south. This is what it'll be like on Saturday. So if you notice on Saturday, there's a little bit of a pulling out of the cooler air a little bit more to the east, but still below average, and that's Sunday. So temperatures still will be below average, but just a little more warmth getting a little bit further out to the east, as you'll see in a minute, will lead to more in the way of thunderstorms. A really good example of what we talked about earlier, where it will be too cool on the plains for any really widespread thunderstorm activity behind the front. So obviously you see the boundary here where the thunderstorms are going to be this afternoon and evening, along and west of the divide and basically on the other side of the cold front. That's what it looks like tomorrow. Tomorrow the thunderstorm coverage gets a little bit more robust west of the divide, but east of the divide, it's not that there won't be thunderstorms, as you can see here. It's just going to not be as widespread. The forecast over the next 10 days for precipitation still looks good. Look at Colorado, really under the veil of that subtropical moisture, really statewide. The plains, out along and east of the divide, out in eastern Wyoming, south central Canada, Montana. There's going to be more in the way of rain than it's showing here. That's still pretty good for this time of year, but there's going to be active showers and thunderstorms here, then back down into Arizona, western New Mexico as well. You get underneath where the high is going to be, and there's not going to be as much there. Have yourself a good Thursday. Enjoy the cool down. We'll see you tomorrow.